long darkers. We're gonna continue Cougar bait run. I think all these hotfixes have reset the start time for the Cougar, so I think we're pretty close to back to 10 days waiting. So we'll see when and if we ever get the Cougar. But we are on our way to get the backpack. We can still do that. And it is very dark. I was about to say, where's the door? Sun is just coming up. Let's take stock of our food and water situation. Take one of these. Let's take a look out and see if our friends are out. Oh boy, it's real dark. What's the temperature like right now? Only -5. So, yeah, we're probably just gonna go. That's a really nice temperature there. So, we'll head out. As we saw in our last episode, weather. Burn that. It can be pretty awful. So, what is our weight looking like? I think we're fine. We have room to pick up some cattails and some sticks and still be under, so.
Oh, I'm starving.
Yeah, I gotcha. You hear howling. Let's see where that's coming from though. So, head out over here. Give the wolf pack a wide berth. Get a little bit more light here as the sun comes up. Collect some cattails. What are we on? Tinder 6. Take a few more. There's like a light, like on the wall behind my monitor, which is making it so difficult to actually see anything. Did those wolves just despawn, I guess? I don't know. Not gonna worry about it. Alright, no more tinder. So yeah, let's go to Ash Canyon. I should have no problem getting to Angler's Den. I could probably hit up Homesteader's Respite as well. We'll see. We might just continue on and go all the way to the gold mine. We'll see what happens when we get to Angler's Den. The issue is after Angler's Den, I don't know that there is really a place to sleep. I think there might be one like sleeping pad, like leaf pile in one of the caves, but I'm not even really sure of that. So we gotta be pretty sure that we can make it all the way to the mine. Once we leave Angler's Den. But it's pretty early in the morning. There's only one short rope climb, the route that I'm planning to take, which I believe to be the best route. There are wolves off to the right. There's a bear cave right up here, or at least there used to be. So let's maybe we'll get some height up here on the hill.
Looks like I survived another night.
See if we can spot the bear. Looks like he's just leaving his cave. Cool. Alright, well, hopefully we can beat him around the corner here. Fine, as long as there's nothing over here on this side. Yeah, I think we're good. So yeah, there's two routes to go to Ash Canyon. If you go up and around this way, you'll walk all the way along this ledge. You'll be up a little bit higher. There'll be a rope climb, and eventually you'll make your way to the transition cave. I prefer this way, just because there's way less rope climbs. There's really none on the path into Ash Canyon. You will have to climb at least one rope to get to the gold mine. I think that's unavoidable, but you can climb up to like 3 or 4 depending on the route you take. So the route that I prefer is just one small rope climb, which is why I prefer it. And then it also skips some of there's a Miner's Folly area, so you're not going to get any of the loot there, but there's also, in the past, there was a bear along that route, and so if the bear was like in this very short, narrow cave area, basically, like you couldn't go past him. Like you had to kill him or had to wait for him to get out of the way. Which is annoying. Yeah. So this way there are wolves that you have to deal with, the way that I'm planning on going, but wolves are much easier to deal with than bears. So, and with the wildlife refresh, that bear may have been moved. I feel like I heard they moved one of the moose spawns in this region, so that could also be a thing to worry about in the future. Have to eat some cattails here.
Is making my head feel thick.
We have enough sticks, so I think we're fine collecting sticks. I'm just gonna leave that just because I'm gonna have to eat this broth soon. It's gonna go bad. So this looks like a cave for some reason. It's not a cave. Yeah, it's just a narrow cave. I don't know why it looked so dark. It usually looks like that, but whatever. So we are in Ash Canyon. This will spit us out into the marsh near the fishing hut. We might stop in that fishing hut and make a little fire to warm up, to evaluate. Once we get there, I think we'll definitely stop at Homesteader's Respite, get whatever clothing item we get in there, which is usually combat pants on Interloper. There used to be like a possible wolf spawn over there, so be careful.
It's goddamn freezing.
Get a little bit of height and look out. Also, as the deer spawn is still here, so that's good to know. There's also a moose spawn in this marsh a little further ahead, so we'll see if we find moose markings. Not really interested in fighting a moose right now, since you have to go up a rope climb, guaranteed, to get to the backpack. I don't want broken ribs, because you can't do the rope climbs unless you use a stim when you have broken ribs. I have a stim. I don't even have a stim, so definitely don't want to be messing with moose. So yeah, I think we'll warm up real quick here. In the fishing hut, here's Homesteader's Respite is right up there. I'll show you the way to goat up there. It's kind of cheesy, but it is what it is. Wow, one whole tinder plug. Thank the Lord for that. Memento hint. Don't care. All right, let's warm up here. Yeah, we'll warm up. I was gonna ask if we really needed to, but since we're not too far from Homesteader's Respite, we'll be inside. We could warm up there much faster. Torch, where's that book? There it is. But we are hungry and we need to eat this broth, so we might as well heat it up and do that.
Come on, little fire. Perfect.
Shouldn't take too much. Sure, that's fine. I'm not gonna get too warm because, like I said, we are gonna get up. Teas, I have one of everything. Just drop that. Water. Tiny amount of water. Let's do something. Minutes. Where's that torch that I used? Probably just harvest that. Okay, any other cleaning up of the inventory? Not really. Okay, so yeah, we'll how many torches do we have? 4, we can grab one good one. And then when this water is boiled, we'll go. Take that, get a decent torch. Oh.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
I'm so dumb sometimes. That's fine, maybe one more. That's cool. Alright. Let's eat this, get our warming up, get some calories in us. And we'll go. So yeah, you can see there's a rope climb thing right there, but the rope is never deployed, so you have to deploy it from the top. So that's why we have to kind of cheese, or you get after that place in a very different, long, convoluted path, which I do not want to do. So I'll show you the shortcut. Okay. Could spend forever collecting cattails here. We're approaching where the moose territory used to be. Like I said, I don't know if it's still here. I don't see any moose markings yet, but we're kind of on the very edge of what used to be, at least, the territory. So, shortcut is trying to get up this little, like, I don't know, a swale might be what you call this, as high as possible. I like to go over here, between these two rocks, and this, yeah. You're gonna get lots of sprains. If you have crampons, put your crampons on. Get up as high as we can. On top of this, we can get even higher. Higher, 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 as high as you can. And then this is probably as high as we're gonna get, and we're just gonna hug the wall. As much as you can. You're gonna drop down a little bit, that's fine. So hug the wall, hug the wall, hug the wall. Hug the wall. Using terrain mechanics. Hug the wall, hug the wall. lose this torch, aren't I? Oh well. Okay, hug the wall. I can't get to someplace that's flat to swap. I cannot. It's almost gone. Can I get up here? I could probably get my torch. Nope. Alright, it's gone. Well, that's unfortunate. But alright, so you're going to drop a little bit here. There's nothing you can do about that. Get right up here as high as possible. There we go. And we should be fine. Cool. Alright. So, we got 2 sprained wrists. We could just sleep for 2 hours, maybe, to get rid of that. Because you can't use a bow or any weapon. There are ptarmigan. There used to be anyway up here. I can hear them clucking. There they are. So ptarmigan are still here. Good to know. Coal, take it. Alright. Let's go inside and check. Da-da-da! Combat
This
pants.
stuff will come in handy.
Ooh, they're not in great condition. Still better than jeans. Somehow. I'll use the beat up one. And a Mackinac. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so like I said, this place is awesome. It's ever so slightly worse. But we get more windproof, more protection. We'll go double Mackinac. So we get our bear coat going.
This will come in handy.
Some film for a camera that I'm probably not going to use on this run, but good to know that's here. Dog food. There's the rope that we can drop down. I believe that's a guaranteed spawn, so you can drop that down so you don't have to do the goading anymore if you don't want to. Sewing primer, food, guaranteed match spawn in here as well. Okay. I think I'm going to nap for a couple hours to get rid of my sprains. And then we'll be warm.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Yeah. Alright, and then we'll go out, we'll deploy the rope in case we ever want to come back up here. And then we'll mosey on. So, let's eat some food. Oof. 27%. It's not my favorite. Maybe we'll hold off on that until we're about to sleep in case we get food poisoning. So we can just sleep it off. Get a little bit lighter. We're very heavy now. Oh yeah, the rope is 5 kilos, so we're about to lose that. I could kill the ptarmigan. But then I'd have to carry it or harvest it. Well, looks like they're gone. So we're not going to have to worry about that. Alrighty, let's drop this rope. And then we'll continue on. Yeah, just waiting for that wind sheltered signal. Cool. Alright, so we got that.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Cannot see anything down there. Okay. What am I gonna do? Just mosey on. So the I don't know if you saw it, but there's a rope over there where we goaded. That will lead you up to Miner's Folly. I think the safest way to get down here, and I want to go to Angler's Den, is to just go down right here. Because there's no wolves. Drop too far. Don't want to drop too far. I might have. Yeah, that's what to say. I may have gotten myself in an unpleasant situation there, but we survived. Now we're back at the fishing hut, and we're going to continue back north. And we'll go to Angler's Den. A couple of these. So now that we've rested, we can definitely go all the way, I believe, to the gold mine. So we'll quick stop in Angler's Den. We're going to drop a bunch of stuff just because there is one small rope climb, and so we need to be under our weight limit to do that. So we'll drop our extra storm lantern. We don't need to be carrying these jeans. The extra jacket that we picked up now. We have the Mackinac. We can get rid of our extra jacket. All that kind of stuff. 40. It feels really slow right now, so. Alright, no more picking up anything. Get some water in me. IRL. So yeah, I don't see any moose markings. We are definitely right here. I've found the moose like right, right there next to that little stump, I believe, in the past. I don't see any markings, so this is either not a moose spawn on my run, or they've removed the moose spawn completely. Said I do believe I heard that they did change one of the moose spawns. There were two. One out here was possible in the marsh. One was up by the I would call it the exit to the gold mine. I would never recommend anybody entering the gold mine. Oh shoot, that's a wolf. It's another wolf. Those look like black wolves. I think if there were timber wolves, they would have sniffed me out. Timberwolf aggro range is like enormous, annoyingly enormous. We do have a blue flare, so that's my contingency for a Timberwolf right now. We are too fat to walk through them. I don't really want to fight them. We could make a fire if we wanted to, but we're pretty close to Angler's Den. So, this little narrow corridor on the other side has been a wolf spawn in the past. So we're going to be careful here. It's like the most annoying wolves in the game, honestly. Like, you could just not avoid them unless you crouched the entire time to get around them. I'm not going to worry about the rose hips. Don't see them yet. There's a little kind of alcove here if you need to warm up, or if you need to make a fire to protect yourselves from an animal. Yeah, normally there is usually like two wolves like right here on the ice that you just could not avoid. There's a deer. So that deer spawn looks like it's the same as it has been in the past. I said I wasn't going to pick stuff up, and then I picked up a stick. AMA. Alright, and then around this rock, will be Angler's Den. There's another deer. I believe that's the same deer, right? Alright, I'm fully expecting, like, just wolves, like, camping Angler's Den. Like, if they're not there at the little choke point, then, like, where are they? Alright, Angler's Den. We have arrived. I'm gonna eat some cattails, I think. So we'll collect a few more. Alright, let's check out Angler's Den, get our loot, and then sort out our inventory, and then we'll go, because we have nice warm weather. Actually, there's like wolves over there too, so we'll see when we get closer, and that's where we're headed. So Angler's Den also guaranteed matches. They are down here next to the bench, so you can always find those. Alright. Where's you? Make sure we don't miss anything. Alright, let's take stock. We have a pot. Just gonna collect everything, and then we'll leave whatever we don't need. Oil, dog food, sardines. A book. Lots of books. Sewing kit. Okie dokie. No, it's not a can. Spray paint. Definitely not taking the tools. Tools, I think, are a guaranteed spawn as well.
Hope nobody needs this
I
anymore.
think those arrowheads are also a guaranteed spawn. Okay, so let's get rid of what we don't need here. We'll chuck it all in this trunk. We'll come back for it later on our way out. So I don't need to bring all this firewood. That's a lot of matches. I don't need that. Take one book for burning. We are going to get some coal in the mine, so I'm fine with ditching almost all of the coal. We'll narrow it down to 10 tinder. We'll take 12 matches. I believe there's matches in the gold mine. Actually, we'll take 6 because we have a fire striker. Actually, why don't we just stop it? Just take the fire striker. So there's that. We don't need the extra jeans. We don't need that. Cool. We're not going to carry oil up there. 1% dog food. I don't want to put it in there because it'll go bad. If it goes to 0%, it'll disappear in there. We don't need 2 pots. We definitely don't need film. I don't need arrowheads right now. We need 1 sewing kit is fine. Got our book for burning. We'll ditch the other lantern once we're 1 for reading as well. Once we have everything sorted out. Okay. I'm gonna take 1 cloth with me for repair. What does the Mackinac require? Action. It requires 2 to repair. This requires 1 to repair. We definitely want to do that. That's end game clothing for sure, the combat pants, so we want to make sure we keep that all tidy. Maybe I'll do that right now before we leave. Alright. Although we have really good weather, we should probably just go. Let's get rid of you, and we'll take the good good lantern. We're still kind of fat. Alright, one last look. A lot of food on us. But we're kind of hungry, so we're going to eat some of that. Do I want to take the dog food? Yeah, maybe we could eat these two at the top right before we sleep. Okay, last look. Alrighty. Alright, let's do it. So we'll eat some food here. Yeah, just cat sticks is fine. Fill up a little bit. And then, yeah, we'll start our journey to the gold mine. Alrighty. Yeah, we should be able to make it. Once we get through the wolf haven up here, so that memento cache usually has fish in it. If I didn't just use Fire Striker percentage by doing that. So we're going to head off a little bit to the right here, because in the past, there's been lots of wolves up on this hill that you literally can't see. So, doesn't mean they haven't moved them. This is horrible visibility, so if you don't know where you're going, I would definitely not travel in this kind of weather. But I'm pretty confident I can make it. Oh, speaking of wolves, I'm sure that's a wolf over there. So that's new, I've never seen a wolf on that side. We need to get up on this hill. So there should be like a can of soup right here. Yeah, it's like a guaranteed spawn. Next to that random fire barrel. Which I think is mostly there to kind of like, oh hey, you can go up this. So we're going to go up this little path. It'll lead us underneath this waterfall and spit us out behind it. And then there in the past has been an enormous amount of wolves back here, but as long as you have a torch, like it doesn't really matter. Like it's not that hard to deal with wolves. So here's the waterfall. Broad Falls, I think is what this is called. Sometimes there's a backpack up here as well to loot. Successfully collect the rose hips without triggering the climb. Here, where's the climb? Alrighty, so this, as I mentioned, has typically been infested with wolves. Usually there's like 3, if not 4. But, I'll show you this little trick. You can always scare them away with a torch and a weapon, but we have no afflictions, we are not exhausted, we are above 10% health, and we're not heavy, we don't have anything stinky on us, so you can literally just light the torch and just walk through them, like if you don't want to. I think in the past I've been able to get up on this, and it's a little bit easier up on that little ridge to kind of sneak past them if you don't want to deal with that, but because there's a little bit of line of sight that you can get on them, you can kind of hide behind the ridge, and unless there's a wolf directly on top of it, they won't see you. So So let's see what Wolf Town looks like right now. Listening for footsteps. Sometimes there's like a wolf like right on the other side of the ridge. Yeah, so here's some footsteps. I think we're just gonna light this preemptively. Yeah, you little rascal. Come over here. Let me domesticate you, bastard. So yeah, like I said, if you have no afflictions, if you're above, 10% health, if you're not exhausted, you just run at the wolves. Yeah, what's up, buddy? I don't like fire. So you have to have a torch. And I would always have like a backup plan, like a flare, in case the wind picks up, like right now. But you can just hug wolves. Get over here. Get over here. Let me pet you. Domesticate you. He's so cute. So fluffy. So, people always complain about this route because there's like so many wolves and there's this little tiny area you have to walk through, and it's just like, just spend a match. Like, I don't understand why people would ever choose any other route to the gold mine. This is unequivocally the best route to the gold mine, as long as you have a single match. So yeah, it's kind of hard to see where we're going if you don't know where we're going, before you get the gist of it. Once you get up behind that waterfall, like, this is the only place you can go. It's a dead end over here. That other waterfall is the only other place you can go. Is you just keep walking, eventually you get back to this cave. So yeah, we made it to the cave. Now, unless they've moved predators, we should be predator free for the rest of our journey. The one annoying thing is there is a waterfall in this cave, and so it will put out our torch. Unless we're very good at moving it past, and I'm not very good, so I'm pretty confident we're going to lose this torch. But, just FYI, when you're walking through waterfalls, whether it's this one or any of the other ones, if you just take off all your clothes, they won't get wet, because they'll be in your backpack, I guess is the idea. So I'm going to kind of aim myself to walk straight through. We're going to get a new torch, and we're going to see if we can do this. Like I said, I am very bad at this technique, but if you're good at it, you can drop the torch and pick it up. Where I can try to see how far I have to walk. You can drop it and pick it up with this, and if I just walk straight, so I went through the waterfall.
Oh, so cold.
I don't know where I am. Let's put it down. Ah! So that worked, even though we put it down in the water. I was hoping to walk, walk up to here and drop it. And then you, for sure, if you drop it in the water, it should go out. I don't know why it didn't on that one. We got lucky. So, anyway, let's put our clothes back on. Where? Which one of those is more waterproof? Let's take that off. Let's put the deer pants on the outside. And we're good. Okay. So there's a number of ways to go in this cave. Most of them will lead to the same place. You generally want to go up, so I'm gonna quick check over here. Yeah, I think it's mostly a one-way cave. Like, that's a dead end. It's just loot, which obviously we're gonna take as much as we can. But yeah, you want to go up. We're trying to go up. This is a nice thing about this cave is it skips a lot of the up by doing it in the cave, walking instead of climbing ropes. So I like this path. There will be one small rope climb in this cave. Very, very, very short. So you do have to be underweight, or you have to use a stim or eat a pie or whatever, carry capacity something or other. There's also usually a wolf carcass, if you're interested in that. I mean, we can't eat it, right now. Like I said, normally you want to go up, but I'm just going to check for loot.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
More hoodie. Are we going to be leaving that behind? Alright, yeah, should be a bigger room here. Here's the rope. Matches. That's nice. So we did get an affliction risk, or we have sprain wrist, which is an affliction. So we're going to have to drop some stuff, so let's collect everything in here, and then we'll decide what we want to drop. Sometimes I think there can be a deer carcass right here. Okay, so we got to drop some stuff. Ooh, flare.
I wonder if I can drop any
Take
of this
it.
gear.
We're not that heavy. And this is not going to make us any lighter, but condense our inventory a little bit. What do we got? We got 1 kilo we got to get rid of. That sounds like we're getting rid of some sticks. Drop. Drop. And we're good. So, small stick pile. I don't know if you saw the top before I grabbed that, but it's not that far. So, very tiny rope climb. That's literally the only rope climb that you have to do on this route. So, very nice. All the other routes will take an enormous amount of climbing. Drain your stamina a lot. Takes a long time. Usually the wolf carcass, if it is here, will be over here. It's like a little ledge that overlooks that big room. I'm not really interested in it, but sometimes there's other loot. Yeah, so sometimes there's a wolf carcass here. This time we have a dude. Sorry, dude. Yeah. Alrighty. So yeah, like I said, unless they moved some predators, we should be predator free for the rest of the trip to the gold mine. We'll have some amount of daylight. But we have a fire going, so we can get more torches and call it good. So yeah, cave pretty much one way. There's a couple of turns you can make, but they're all dead ends. So you very quickly will find that out. You'll get the loot that's at the dead end, and then you can move on with your life. Cool. So I'm not gonna worry about those rose hips. We want to kind of make time here. Ash Canyon can have some pretty nasty blizzards, so I want to get to places that are safe. There's a couple caves that you can stop in. So Miner's Folly is this way. So if you want to go to Miner's Folly, you can by doing that. Do I want to drag this all the way?
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Not really, but I might have to. There should be a rope up here somewhere that you can deploy to drop down into the mine area. You're going to have to stop and make a fire to get more torches soon. This might be it, so I don't necessarily want to leave it all the way back here because it's pretty far. You don't have to use the rope to go down into the mine area, but if you want to come back out, you can use the rope to get back out, and then you can come back up to like Miner's Folly, basically retracing the steps that we're about to do right now. So, let's check out what we got. This is always a sapling spawn. I don't know if I want to take all of these, but you can always leave them in Angler's Den on our way out. This used to be a rabbit spawn. It might still be. It doesn't guarantee that there's always going to be rabbits here, but in the past there's been rabbits. There's also that sometimes there's loot over by that campfire, but not usually. Interloper. So I'm not going to worry about it too much. We're just going to chug along. We have nice weather. knock on wood, so we'll just keep going. So yeah, once we got out of the cave, we got to that first bridge. That's the only like choice you have. Well, now we're pretty much on a one-way path to the gold mine. It would be very hard to get lost. You'd have to do something really crazy, like goading down a cliff for some reason to get yourself off track here. Yeah, you're just kind of following the ridges. There's some signs here and there too at various places just to further incentivize you to stay on the right path when it looks like maybe there possibly might be a place to turn. But even then, it'd be hopefully pretty obvious to most people. So we should be approaching Wolf's Jaw Overlook soon, I think is what it's called. It's where one of the Polaroid places is. Can't really see too much down there. So here's one of the aforementioned signs. We're going to take these maple. Maple are pretty rare. I might even drag them all the way back home. So here's one of the signs. Doesn't say anything on it. Rose hips if you want them. Alright, once this gets low, we're going to stop and make a fire so we can get more torches. So we keep our fire going. We're going to mosey on over this little bridge. We're going to take that bridge. That's Wolf's Jaw. That looks like a wolf's jaw, I guess. I can see it. Angler's Den is like down in this valley. Can't quite see it. It's a little further off to the left over there. Maybe we can see it from Wolf's Jaw for sure. This bridge, I believe, goes over Wolf Town that we just passed through. That's the waterfall that leads out of the mine area. This waterfall underneath us is the one that we climbed underneath with the rosehip climb. Wolf Town is below us to the right. Let's make sure I don't fall off the bridge. So I'm not going to look at it right now. Usually there's a little bit of loot in an alcove over there. It's usually just wood, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. We're already quite fat because of the rope. And we have good weather and light, so I'm just going to keep on moving. So you can almost see Angler's Den. So here's Wolf's Jaw Overlook. Can't really make it out. I think it's behind that little straight up rock is where Angler's Den is, but probably see it from over here if we try it a little bit harder. Nah. Maybe from over here, but let's keep going. Follow the signs. Like it kind of looks like there's a path. I think that's just a dead end cliff right over there, and there's a sign, so obviously follow the sign. I don't know why I picked that up. We do need to make a fire soon when this torch gets low. Maybe we'll do it right up here. We got a little kind of cubby here, sheltered on a couple sides. We are almost there though. I think this is the last couple turns. Torch. So let's get rid of a book so we'll be a little bit lighter. So there's kind of one biggish area up here that I guess they could have put like a wolf or something. So I don't know with the wildlife refresh like where everything is anymore. So Let's drop that to warm up. We have canned food, right? Yeah, let's drop you to warm up and eat. Get a warming up bonus. I'm just gonna add a firewood because we need a lot of torches. Where are we at for water? We're fine. Once we get into the gold mine, we will probably make some more water and stock up. 4. Cool. So we'll get like 1 more. It's fine. Okay. Harvest you. Hot. Burned. Okay, so let's eat you. Get some calories, get a little warm bonus, which we don't really need. Our clothing is so good. I guess we'll take 1 more for funsies. Alright, a little bit lighter. Not too much because we picked up a bunch of torches. Get a weird yellow-green sky sunset. Kind of fun. So, this area is like an outdoor area that has like a warmth bonus. And so you should always check this little corner. Some loot can spawn in this corner. I've heard like a bear coat can spawn in that corner. I've literally never seen it, but supposedly. I don't know if that's not on Interloper and that's why I've not seen it, but supposedly. Supposedly. So yeah, I mean we have good clothing so we don't need it, but yeah, we get this wind shelter and you see we're walking slower, so this is like a warmth bonus area. So if you do need to stop, like if there's a blizzard, this is a great place because it's kind of sheltered on a bunch of sides. And it has a warmth bonus in addition to being outside. So the fires last longer because it's outside, but it's got a warmth bonus, so you'll be nice and toasty. Follow the sign. Sometimes there's loot here. It'll be like a dead body or something. That's Wolf Town down there. It's the waterfall. Couldn't really see when we were walking through it because it was foggy, but that's where we were hugging wolves. I want to collect these rose hips just because once we get into the mine, we're going to have a decent amount of energy, I think, left, so we're going to have to kind of kill some time and make some rose hips. Alright, so there's the outdoor cave. There should be one indoor cave over here. Right up to the left. This is also a place, I think, where the rope can spawn. So if you didn't find it on one of those bridges, it will probably be in here. I think there's guaranteed to be a rope somewhere on this path. And we'll show you where to drop it, and we will drop it. I dragged this rope all the way here for no reason. Okay, fantastic. Sometimes there's cave coal, which we're not really probably going to need. Just because we have a bunch on us. Sometimes there's logs. Okay, I'm going to say there's nothing. Okay, well, why don't we drag this closer up to the front of the cave. So fat. Yeah,
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
I wish I knew if that was a guaranteed spawn, because I would not have picked up that rope and dragged it all the way up here if I knew this was a guaranteed spawn, but I'm not sure. Alright, so here's a nice open area. There's saplings up here always. Like I said, if they were going to put Predator or something, I would put it right here, because there's a little open area. It would make a little bit of sense. It's not like a little tiny cramped area like we've been walking through. So. Okay, so here's where you deploy the rope in case you want to climb back up out of the little valley. Hopefully my torch doesn't die. That'd be really sad. Nope, we're good. You can obviously take that rope down, but we are too fat. Well, we might, I don't know, we might take it back up, who knows. We're about to get the backpack, so we're about to get 5 kilos of carrying capacity. So that's why I'm collecting all this stuff. Normally I don't want to be this fat, but... So you can't take that rope down there. It's the safest way, but there is a very easy way to just go down, and it's pretty safe. You're probably, I'll probably get a sprain or two. It's what happens every time you goat. But it seems very obvious that this is like a kind of semi-intended path. So, let's get over here, get rid of our sprain risk for a sec, and then we'll just like crouch and then just kind of nudge it down. Okay, we're fine now. Excuse me. Excuse me. Ugh. What did we broke every bone in our body? Fantastic. Alright, well. Just as I said, we're probably fine. We immediately sprained every ligament in our extremities. So normally there's like a bunny spawn. I don't know if that's still here. Ptarmigans on this little hill used to spawn, so we'll check those out in a sec. If they're around, we might kill them for foods. But if they're not here, then I'm not going to repair my wrist. Because it's getting towards the end of the day, we're going to sleep anyway.
Ow.
And here's the gold mine. I miss this hatch like almost every time I went up here for the first like 5 or 6 times. Alright, let's get in the gold mine. And see what we find besides the backpack.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Gonna limp our way through. So there should be guaranteed matches in here somewhere. So we're looking for that. There's lantern fuel. Take it. Sardines. Book. This is water. So whenever you're walking through water, you can take off your shoes and socks, and it will not soak them. If you wear your shoes and socks, it will soak them, and then they become heavier. If you're sleeping in soaked clothing, you can like freeze to death.
That smarts a bit.
Surely the ice water feels great on my sprained ankle, right? I feel like that could be a mechanic in the game. Like reduce your pain by, ice bath. So just an absolute ton of loot in this place. Make sure you go everywhere. There's a bed as well, so you can always count on that. That's where it came from. Right, so more ice water. I'll tell it's ice water because it leaves the little circles. It still kind of sounds like it's ice and not liquid, but wish it was more sloshy. Make sure everybody fully understands what they're dealing with.
It's a bit, but I'll make it. Ow!
Astrid, good lord, man, you're not gonna die. I hate this little crevice. Like, I feel like you should just be able to walk through. I think a hammer can spawn in this area. Check it out, but we get another Mackinaw. So crampons, another Mackinaw. Which is crazy, and our backpack. Da da da. So, got some food, tinder, there's a can. Always a ton of coal. And here's the guaranteed matches. Okay, and then there's a little box over here to loot as well, so let's check that out. And then, yeah, we'll evaluate what we want to do. Mostly you're going to eat and go to sleep. I'm not interested in stump remover, but I'll take it for a sec. Okay. So, we could probably use a few torches. Make some water and just leave it here just in case. We'll need some water when we wake up. Okay, and then you're just going to go to sleep. We're almost to the point where we can sleep to 10, but we don't really need to sleep 10 because we haven't taken any damage because our clothing is so good. So, maybe we'll do some repairs by the firelight. We should repair these just in case we get mauled by a wolf and they destroy them. That would not be good. Put these back on. So yeah, I think we'll definitely repair those. These are pretty good. So yeah, we get max repair out of that. Alright, so let's start a fire. Torch, cattail, do we have any books that I want to burn? Not really. Cedar, sure. It's gonna take 30 to repair, so we need a decent fire. And we want some torches, so. Alrighty.
I need anything right about now.
So let's get some water going. I'm gonna eat the dog food. Since we're about to sleep, if we get food poisoning, then that's fine. We're gonna sleep 10 hours anyway. We also get lucky. Alrighty, so let's repair. I think it took 30 minutes, yep. Or at least try. Nice. We might do it again. Yeah, let's get some more fuel on this. Try again. We have the cloth for that, right? Yeah, we can spend one more cloth on that. Like I said, endgame loot, absolutely always worth repairing. And hey, we got lucky. We've been really good, really lucky with our repairs. We haven't missed many, so we'll knock on wood for that one too. Alright, we got 36 minutes. Let's drop our... You're gonna survive, Astrid, please. Let's drop all these to cure a little bit. Food-wise, what else do we want to eat that's kind of low? We can eat this. Dusty pork and beans. Oh, we have these. We should definitely eat these. Whatever. It's fine. We can cook those. 26 minutes to boiled. Let's make some rose hips. And then we'll eat our sardines and then we'll go to sleep. Probably be the episode. Take that, take that, take that, take that. We'll sort our inventory in the morning. I do want some torches though, so. 2. 3, I like having 5. It's a nice number. These are all pretty decent. I've already forgotten one more. Close enough. Alrighty. I don't think I'm going to eat this yet. But heating it up does give you see the cooking icon on the right. It does give experience for cooking. Hey, we're level 4. We're doing pretty good. Is there anything else I need this fire for? I don't think so. Sounds like there's a blizzard going on up there. So I'm gonna let this die. Let's eat some disgusting sardines. Sick. Awesome. I might just eat this only because it's going to probably get below 50 here soon. So even though it wastes the ability to use it as warmth, but I still have a can of soup that I can use for that. So yeah, we'll just eat that. Anything else? Nah, I mean now's a good time to sleep. We'll wake up in the mid-morning. It should be a good time to get out of here. So yeah, let's I don't want to check that. It's gonna waste some of the thirst helpfulness. So we'll chug this. Let's sleep 10. Raging blizzard out there. That's why I always want to move. When you have good weather, just go, because it could change in a heartbeat. So we healed everything. Still have a sprain risk because we got a ton of stuff. We'll drop some water. So we'll sort out our inventory. Probably be leaving some logs behind.
About now.
Hoodies. What is making us so heavy? A lot of cans. Anyway, we'll sort it out in the next episode. I think that's good. So hopefully you'll learn something. Like I said, I think that's the best route to the gold mine, like without a doubt. You just deal with the wolves. If you're underweight, which you need to be to go on that climb, then you just light a fire on your torch. You can literally hug the wolves. There's usually 2, 3, 4. But it doesn't matter how many there are because they won't attack you if you have a torch. As long as you have a flare for a backup, it's super easy. So, yeah, we'll call that the episode. We'll meander our way back out. I don't know what else. If I want to go to Miner's Folly or not, we could do that on our way out. We have a ton of stuff at Angler's Den that we might want to grab, and Miner's Folly is not exactly the. Although you can come down that ridge. So, anyway, we'll figure it out the next episode. How we're going to get all of our sweet, sweet loot out of this place and what we're going to end up leaving behind. But that'll be a problem for next episode. So, yeah, hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you can have a nice, smooth journey to the gold mine, just like we had. And, yeah, we'll see you on the next one.